YouTube, it's your boy Cayman. I'm back here with a brand new video. Today I've got for you my Game Week 8 preview along with my Game Week 9 drafts. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Up first, we got your boy Pope. He got us only 2 points in Game Week 8. Not too happy. I expected a clean sheet against Bournemouth, to be honest. So yeah, no save points either. For a goalkeeper that cost around 5.3 million now, that's really poor, to be honest. So yeah, let's move on to our defense now. Our defenders did okay, to be honest. I think I made the right decision by not going big at the back. It does seem to be choked at the moment. We got your boy Trippier. Even though he didn't keep a clean sheet, he still came up with an assist. He won a penalty for his team. He was going to take that pen, but Isaac unfortunately, said, nah, you gotta move. Let me take that one. So he slightly violated there. But still, Trippier is very consistent. Even if he doesn't get clean sheet, he'll get something in terms of attacking return. So I'm happy with him. He's got 5 points. Pretty good score. Your boy Nico Williams. Now, I didn't start him, even though he had a good fixture against Fulham. Would smoke them. He didn't look too good, to be honest. A bunch of crosses that weren't really effective. 1 point. He came off the bench for Botman, actually. I did go for 3 Newcastle defenders because I thought it's Bournemouth, they weren't going to concede. But unfortunately, they did concede, which was a shock to me, to be honest. So yeah, unfortunately, Nico Williams came from the bench. It is what it is. It's a 1 point. Can't complain too much. And then finally, your boy Cancelo. He's so consistent. Nice bonus 3 points along with a clean sheet. I mean, come on, by far he's better than Trent this season. And I'm happy that I kept him in my wild card and I didn't go for Trent. So yeah, let's move on to our midfield. In our midfield, we got your boy Saka with a nice 9-pointer. Got 2 returns, 2 assists. He could have potentially got a goal. He looked really good, to be honest, against Brentford. Obviously, going forward, they do have a blank in Game Week 12. And they do have a tough fixture right now. The moment they're going to play in Game Week 9, Tottenham. I might consider taking him out. We'll see anyways when we look at our Game Week 9 draft. Yeah, I'm really happy with him. 9 points, big score. Could have gone for Foden there, but I ended up last minute changing my mind, went for Saka. Foden did get a goal, by the way, which was a good pick. But Saka did get 1 more point than him. So I'm happy with him, to be honest. And then we go by Martinelli with 3-pointer. He's such a budget enabler. He's so cheap. Even though he didn't get a return in the last 2 game weeks, I'm still happy to keep him, to be honest. He does look to be, still nailed on. Smith Rowe still seems to be injured and out at the moment. So yeah, not too happy, but it is what it is. He's too cheap. And then we got your boy Bowen, another flop, unfortunately. The reason why I went for Bowen, I mentioned in my last video, is due to the fact that he's got great fixtures. But considering the fact that he couldn't get a score against Everton, I'm not sure about him going forward, to be honest. I might look to move him in 2 to 3 game weeks and probably go to either Kulusevski or Diaz from Liverpool. We'll see. Hopefully he'll get something going forward. He does have great fixtures. He's got Wolves at home next. So yeah. And then again, your boy Troll Bailey. He's such a troll, man. After Dinia, this is the next troll right now. He had a very good fixture and he still managed to get nothing. Yeah, not happy with him, to be honest. Only 3 points and no return. I'm not sure if he's going to start the next game in Game Week 9 against Leeds. So yeah, it's looking rough right now. Midfield didn't do that well, to be honest. But I'm optimistic going forward. Let's move on to our forwards. At first, your boy Haaland. He got 6 points. Mr. Consistent is always getting a goal every week, pretty much. He's an easy captain for most people, to be honest. But if you do want to get some extra points, you could, choose to go differential, which I did take a risk and went for Kane, which was a bit ballsy move. And he did end up getting 2 returns. He had a goal and assist, so I'm happy with that. He outscored Haaland by 8 points on captaincy. So yeah, it was a tough decision. But I went with my gut. I knew, there was an easy fixture against Leicester. I knew Kane could easily get a return. So yeah, going forward though, I'm not sure if I'll take too many risks because Haaland does look really good. And And finally, Mitrovic. Come on, he just trolled. Fulham scored 3 goals and he didn't contribute to nothing, no assist or no goal, which is unheard of. He's been smashing it the whole season. As soon as I get him in, he doesn't get anything for me. So unfortunate, to be honest. So yeah, this is it. We've got overall 62 points on a wildcard team. Could have done better. 1 or 2 decision mistakes I've made. I could have gone for, instead of Bowen, I could have gone for Foden or something. Or Maddison, to be honest, who did get a return. But it is what it is, these are 50-50 decisions. So yeah, moving on to our bench. We've got Iverson, Botman, Zaha and James. Now, the reason why Zaha and James were on bench because they didn't have a fixture in game week 8. It was cancelled. And Botman, again, he got benched, unfortunately. So he got 0 points. And same with Iverson. Leicester looks poor and he didn't even start, to be honest. So yeah, let's move on to our game week 9 draft. Up first, we've got your boy Pope. He's still in the team. He's got Fulham away, which is a good fixture. Potentially could have get a return, but not that optimistic considering Mitrovic has been smashing it the whole season. We'll see. And hopefully we get some save points. He did look good prior to me bringing him in. So hopefully, he keeps up that form and gets some sort of return. But yeah, I'm still optimistic with him and I'm going to stay patient. Moving on to our defense. We still have your boy Trippier and then we've got your boy James and Cancelo. Now, as I mentioned earlier, James was, he didn't have a fixture in game week 8. Therefore, I couldn't start him the last game week. Now, this week, he does have Crystal Palace away, which is a bit of a difficult fixture, but I'm optimistic that he will at least get an attacking return, even if he can't keep a clean sheet. And then, obviously, Trippier's got Fulham away. Not sure about a clean sheet, but probably an attacking return. Both James and Trippier are really attacking. So, these two guys, even if they're not solely relying on clean sheets, this is one of the reasons why I have them in my team. And then Cancelo is Mr. Consistent. You have to have him, to be honest. He's got Manchester United at home. Possibly not a clean sheet again. Like I said, these are defenders that could get you either a clean sheet or an attacking return. So it's always a win-win with these guys. So, and they look to be on form as well. So I'm happy with the back line at the moment. I'm still with the 3 at the back. So yeah, let's move on to our midfield. At first, we got about Maddison. He's got Nottingham Forest at home. Now, just to mention that I did make a transfer. I did take out Saka for Maddison. Some of you guys might question why didn't I take out Bowen. The reason for that being because Saka, looking at his fixture and Bowen's fixture, Bowen's got the next 2 fixtures he's got at home is Wolves and I believe Fulham, which are very good fixtures considering the fact that he's going to play at home, and hopefully he will turn it around even though he's not having a good season at the moment. And that's why I kept Bowen. And when I brought in Bowen in my wildcard, it was always a long-term plan, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to still trust him. Hopefully we'll get something. And with Maddison, he's a must-have right now. He's got an amazing fixture on from game week 9 to 16, to be honest. You can keep him. And he's got Forest at home, and Forest looked terrible defensively. They conceded 3 goals against Fulham. So Leicester, even though they don't look good, even though they're not really good defensively, they're amazing attacking wise. They will always get a goal no matter who they play. And I really like the way Maddison has been playing. He's really attacking and he's really in the box and getting a lot of shots. He's pretty much the Leicester's talisman right now. Everything goes through him. So I would highly recommend to have him. And then we still have your boy Martinelli. As I said, he's under that 6.5 or 6 point-ish price point. There isn't too many options. And he's still nailed on for Arsenal. He's a great option to have and he can easily get a return no matter who he plays. So I still have him in my team. I think I'm going to keep him even through the blank, possibly bench him. I do have a pretty strong bench. So yeah, Martinelli is staying in. He's got Tottenham at home. There is a potential for him to get a return. Hopefully he does. And he's also highly owned. Even if he doesn't, it's not going to be a huge, it's not going to make a huge impact on my rank. So yeah, moving on to our third midfield, as I mentioned, Bowen. He has a great fixture run. And last year he was smashing it. He had a bunch of goals, assists. This year he hasn't got any return, but he does seem to be on pen. And he's pretty much their main man for West Ham. And hopefully he'll pick up form with the fixture change. But yeah, I'm gonna keep in faith for another week or two, but let's see. And then finally we got your boy Zaha. Now this guy, he got 4 goals this season already. He's been smashing it. Even though he's got Chelsea at home, it does look to be a tough fixture. I still think there is a high chance for him to get a return, to be honest. So I'm happy with him. I'm happy to start him, to be honest, over Bailey. Even Martinelli, I'm happy to start him over Bailey, considering that Bailey might not be guaranteed to start the next game, even though he's got Leeds away. Now that might be one of those last minute decisions. I'm gonna look at the news. If he's starting, I might possibly bench Martinelli for Bailey, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to trust that troll again, to be honest. So yeah, this is how we're lining up for our midfield. It does look to be honest, it does look good. So yeah, let's move on to our forwards. We still have your boy Haaland. Of course, you have to have him. I mean, come on. And we got the automatic captain ban on him. Now, the reason why I'm not choosing to go for a differential captain this week, because my next best captain would have been Kane, but he does have Arsenal away, which is a tough fixture. Even though historically he does score against Arsenal, I still don't want to take that chance, considering how attacking Haaland is and how much chances he's getting. I'd rather trust Mr. Consistent and reliable Haaland right now compared to Kane, who does seem to be, on and off. I mean, he's playing well this season, but again, I just feel like Haaland is going to get a lot more chances. Kane does play a bit deep in the midfield and create chances for Son. I mean, Son did a huge damage to me, to be honest. In last game week, he had a hat-trick and Kane was playing deep. So it could be a similar thing where Kane creates the chances for Son and he scores again, just like last year. So yeah, I've got your boy Haaland this week. I'm being safe. I'm not trying to be Mr. Differential this week. And then yeah. And Kane against Arsenal, as I mentioned, it does historically seem to be, scoring against them. And Arsenal do look to be in form, both offensively and defensively, but there's still a chance for him to get a return, whether it be an assist or a goal against them. So yeah, I'm happy to have him in my team too. And then finally, we're with Mitrovic. He's got Newcastle at home. He surely has to get a return now. Come on now. If he blanks 2 weeks in a row after I get him in my team, that's a troll, to be honest. Come on. He also has a great fixture run, as I mentioned previously. So yeah, this is how we're lining up. Team does look pretty good. If you are on a wild card, what I would recommend is probably not stack up on Newcastle defense, to be honest. I might have overrated the defense, especially after they conceded to Bournemouth. Is really poor. I'll possibly go with either Trippier or Pope and get another maybe cheap goalkeeper from Palace, or maybe Raya, or maybe Goethe, or maybe from Brentford you can get Raya, and from Palace you can get Goethe. And for 4, they're both 4.5. Or you could go for Sanchez from Brighton. Any of those 4.5 million goalkeepers where you'll save some money to possibly have Trent in your team on a wildcard. And I would consider having Trent in a wildcard if I was to work on Gameweek 9. And for midfield, I'd probably have this midfield, but I might consider not having Kane and instead possibly go for Salah if I was on a wildcard in Gameweek 9. And maybe I have someone like Solanke or something instead of Kane or Tony, and upgrade Bowen to Salah. So yeah, that's what I would make if I was in a wild card. Those are the changes I'll make. But yeah, let's look at our bench anyways. Moving on to our bench. We've got your boy Bailey. As I mentioned, he's got Leeds away, I believe. Good fixture, but I'm not sure he's going to start. If he does start, if I get some news, last minute news, then I might bench Martinelli for Bailey, but that's highly unlikely, to be honest. I would start Martinelli over Bailey any day of the week. And then we got about Botman. He didn't start. That's a terrible pick. I wouldn't have him on my wild card. As I mentioned, don't stack up on Newcastle defense. And then we'll go your boy Nico Williams. Again, he's a guaranteed start. It's a cheap budget option. And for game week 12, I'm gonna need my bench option to be playing. So yeah, especially with the fact that City and Arsenal are blank in game week 12. So all these guys are gonna have to come on. So yeah, this is how we're lining up for Game Week 9. Let me know your thoughts. As I mentioned, for Game Week 9 wildcard, I'd possibly go for Salah or Trent. Consider one of them at least. And I might not have Kane and Bowen in a wildcard and not stack up on Newcastle players. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. this is how I'm lining up for Game Week 9. And yeah, leave your thoughts below. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out.